old, rolling like a geezer.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Graybeard's Studio. This is episode 94. We're going to be doing 90s image characters with our very special guest, Jon Malin. So let's get this show on the road and get after it. Welcome back, a guy who's been on vacation for a couple weeks, but we're thrilled to have him back. It's David Williams.
What's that?
Well, are you well rested, man, and ready to get after it today?
Nope.
Well, thanks for showing up anyway, though. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Here's a guy who's always appreciative of being on the show because he has nothing else to do. It's Gary Martin. There he is. Hey, Gary.
I was just thinking, because it's Halloween, what happens if I get scared half to death twice?
That's it. It was nice knowing you, Gary. So just don't get scared half to death, and at least more than once. Here's a guy who usually, well, I have no segue. I was going to go for something, and I was like, that doesn't even make any sense. So I'm not even going to say it. Let's just bring him in. It's Dan Lawless.
Hey, how you doing?
What?
I feel great today. How you guys
Dan,
feeling?
Dude, are you all right?
Dan, never mind.
What? You guys feeling great? I feel great.
You're
really, I'm hungry too,
You look a little.
Do you have that Magic Johnson disease?
What?
How would I get that?
Have you been out in the woods? Have you been out?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, you can't get it off the toilet seat, Dan.
You're going to have to change your lifestyle.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I have been out in the woods, and this is weird. I was hiking. I like hiking, and it got a little late, and I remember the moon came out, and I heard some howling, and I remember I felt scared. I was running, and I must have tripped and fallen. I woke up. I feel fine, but I never felt better. Actually, I feel really, really good.
Oh my gosh! Now, have you?
And then I went to the supermarket, and I got some raw meat, and I was like, I didn't want to cook it. I did cook it, but I sure just want to eat it.
The bigger question is, have you met any British nurses that maybe you followed?
It could be. I don't know. I don't remember.
Well,
the main thing though is the thing I hate is the itchy though. The itchiness is the itching all over the place. Everywhere. It's like
Okay,
have you had
enough about that.
Have you had your COVID shot yet? Maybe that's.
Oh, is that?
Speaking of,
I don't know. Maybe I need rabies shot. I don't know.
Speaking of potential wolves, how's it called?
Lycanesque.
Lycanthropy. How do you say that?
Lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy. There it is. Here's a guy who took on the Chicago Comic-Con with his bare hands and an iPhone. Please welcome to the show, Jon Malin. There he is. Hey,
Where's Kelsey?
Oh my goodness.
Is he crying in the swamps? Did he lose his way? Is he afraid that the big bad wolf is here?
Could be.
There is.
Dan, this is what you aspire to be.
That's right.
Oh,
Dan, you're like a teenager compared to Jon Malin. You're just growing
Team
into
Wolf.
the role.
Can a wolf man beat a gator man?
Yes.
I would think so. Maybe it's the terrain though. In the water, maybe not. But then on land, yeah.
Well, John, you look healthy as ever, and we thank you for taking some time to join us today. We picked a subject matter that I thought might be a little bit in your wheelhouse with the 90s image characters. So,
Asian women.
well, there is that. So
That's what I had for dinner 2 years ago. An Asian woman named Irene.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Now it's
On a platter.
Graybeards.
well,
And we're here to break you. We're here to break you in, John.
that's right. That's right. We'll see what you're made of, John. You know, you did a lot of big talk, but we'll see what you're made of here. Now, remember, this is not
It's
a
not a
competition.
competition.
Not a competition.
Friendly
This is gonna be-
gathering of,
This is going to be John after the show.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Talking a little trash here. All right. One of the things we like to do, John, is take a moment to do a little show and tell. And so we're going to go around the horn here and let some guys show maybe some work they've been working on. And we're going to get to your campaign, Godlike 2, which is live at the moment. So sit tight here for a second. And David, do you have anything you want to share with us?
Sure.
Yeah, well, feel free to jump right in.
It's nothing new, but it's on theme. I was just digging out some old artwork. You remember this, Gary?
Yep.
So we were asked to do some trading cards by Rob Liefeld, and Gary inked these. I could only find these inks. Maybe Gary has some other ones.
I don't have any copies of those.
Man, John probably knows these characters better than me.
That's
so
Prophet.
Prophet and some other characters.
Yeah, I want to draw Prophet. I know Prophet because I looked it up. And I'm like, I'm going to draw that character.
Look at that expert use of Zipatone.
There you go.
That's old school, man, all the way.
Yeah, I don't remember the names of these characters.
Combat.
Let's see, nerd. That was
Bad
a
Rock.
test. That's
Bad Rock, right?
Bad Rock.
Who was the other one, John?
Combat. Photon.
Look how tight David pencils here.
Nice anatomy.
God. Very nice.
Wait, those are pencils?
I like
Yeah.
those.
These are the pencils.
You don't have any of the originals, but you always have copies of everything you ever did.
Yeah, for the most part. Look,
What's that say?
Gary, keep these guys as tight as the pencils. Dave.
Don't go wandering off. And
Don't go off the reservation.
all right, very nice. Gary, what have you got for us? Oh, there it is. Right there. What is
Whoa,
this?
that's cool.
I don't think I shared
Beautiful.
this. This was a commission. Somebody sent me some root. It was like a layout, a Steve Rude layout, and he purchased the layout that it was not inked. And since I had inked a bunch of Nexus stuff, he asked me to do it. And but could you do it in a Franklin Booth, Bernie Wrightson style? So that's what this is.
Oh my gosh.
That's great.
And I did that a couple of years ago. Here's something that I just finished this week. Another Wrightson recreation.
Oh
My gosh, Ed, you do the whole page?
Yeah, the whole page.
Oh,
that's
man.
cool, man.
And do you have to do the lettering too?
Yep,
Oh,
lettering too. This was. I think I get cocky and I think, oh yeah, I can do Wrightson, and then you start working on it. Yeah.
I remember that panel, that big panel where he's coming out of that's from issue 5, right? With that witch. or
Correct.
whatever.
I was waiting for you to make that call.
Yeah.
Wrightson puts crazy amount of detail in every single panel that you do not see in the comic book. I mean, even like that first panel, the little tiny figures and the leaves, and everything is just
And all the tree branches, and everything.
It took me several days to ink this page.
I can
And
imagine.
I know Wrightson's much faster. He could not be that slow.
Great job, Gary. Perhaps one day you can live in my shadow too.
Thank you, I think. And David asked me to share this because of the theme of the show. This was a cover that David and I did for Supreme back in '94.
I remember that.
Wow.
And again, a artistic choice to use splatter as a texture for the.
Oh,
God,
boy.
gross.
Now you've done it. Now you've gone and done it.
Yep. Now you get put Malin over the edge, man. Okay, Dan. Let's
Well, you guys may have seen this in various stages, but I call this a done deal now.
Wow.
now that's going in Malin's book, right?
I don't know where it's going, but I think
Dan,
but, I did it, and so I think he likes it, right, John? Hopefully.
Yeah, it looks cool.
So yeah, this was a heck of a lot of fun, and I went to town with this guy. I love Conan and stuff, and so it's a little bit Conan-like, but that's kind of Godlike is a little bit Conan-like too. I mean, he's a badass, kind of warrior. So
Absolutely. It's Conan-like and Godlike all in
so
one.
this is sort of a scene from the first book. I don't know the second book, but the first book, is a battle royale, and just tons of bodies and stacked high. It was just wild, wild warfare and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that's just too cool to not illustrate. So I went to town on it. Had a lot of fun.
Now that red really, man, that red background really.
It's the red haze.
Yeah,
red haze that covers the planet.
The red
The
haze.
planet.
That is fantastic.
Exterminus.
Before we get to Malin's campaign, let me get a couple of super chats here real quick. Robert the Bruce for $4.99. Bad news for Malin. With Brohawk back, John will be put to shame. Oh man, the gauntlet's
I know.
getting thrown down.
I'm not happy about it either. Him coming back is like for artistic purposes. Anyways, I
Deb-
like David, but
we all like David, but
but he smokes me every time. Damn it.
Deb Koth Schnelly for £5. That's British. Is that him? Is that John drawing the big boy? I never thought I would see the day. I'm proud of you, John.
Thanks.
Sure. I'm not even sure what that means, but
he hasn't started drawing yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, he's just proud of you just for showing up.
No, I'm like Rob Hunter. I drew it 5 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah, we now encourage cheating on this show.
Yeah.
So and we know that John has a reputation for maybe stretching the truth. Like we can get back to the Big Mac thing if you want.
It worked this time. It worked.
That's right.
I put the full moon out. Look what happens to John.
That's what happened to you too.
I know, me too. I shouldn't have been so close to this thing.
Nolan Lockhart for $19.99. Thank you, Nolan. He says, gentlemen, we all know this isn't a competition, and that's because John has already won sight unseen.
Damn it. Don't.
Wow.
Say that, Aaron, they're already.
Is that like he just has that mental edge and he's in our head already, and so it's like, why even try?
Your
We already
fans
got
are
into my head
turning on
once.
you, Aaron.
I know you're only here 5 minutes. And I've lost the show.
He wasn't even here, and he got into my head when we were drawing Wraith of God, and I was drawing a horse, and I made the rider too small because I was afraid of making him too big because John would have criticized me for it. So
I know he's like.
So he
even when he's
already
not here-
beat me. Even I was even on the show. He beat me. Damn it.
Even when he's not here, he's here, and that's the
Exactly.
frightening thing. Katie did for $5. Thank you, Katie. Hello, Aaron, Gary, Dan, D-Wiz, and
Hey.
John.
Yeah.
Good to see you all. Hail CG. Do you notice how she put John's name in capitals, Gary?
Well, she's still starting off on a good foot by saying hello to all of us.
She
That's
recognizes the alpha.
All right.
All right, we are.
The rest of us betas will
That's right.
continue
We
on
just
with
have
the
to get
show.
in line here. All right. So, John, I'm assuming you don't have any art or anything that you're prepared to show us, but I am prepared to show your campaign if you'd like to do that.
Yes.
Okay. Let me bring it up here and give us your best werewolf description of this killer campaign you got going on.
Godlike. Get it? Cool shit.
You got some covers there with some chicks and a dude with a
Boobs.
cod piece.
Boobs.
Look at that. Shane,
Swords.
you got Shane Davis to do a cover for you, huh?
Yeah, I got that guy.
Did he cut you a deal or no?
He begged.
Yeah, sure he did. Okay, that is weird.
I know.
Who
That's
brought their
only
wife?
from the mind of Jon Malin.
Dude, that reminds me of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Remember when that dog came running up and had the dude's face on his?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Good. Now these are all 3 cover options. Is that correct?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just speculating here. Okay, so you've got this a preview page of Tara Zool line art.
Visions 3.
Art of Roy.
Art of Roy. Colors by okay, so you got a pin up there from Art of Roy. How about that? Oh, look at that horse.
Amazing.
You said
Powerful.
Pretty good horse,
Earthy.
I have to say, John.
Yeah, dynamic. Look at that.
You said horse?
Yeah.
Oh.
Slam, man.
Oh,
David is in the department
So is this-
of slams.
These are 2 connective covers, John, or is this a wraparound? It's 2 connective, right?
2 connecting covers. Yes.
Excellent. Okay. 64 full color pages. Now, the thing with this is, John, you do not go in demand. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
So you guys want to back this in the next 16 days, or you're going to miss out. So yeah, you've only got like 2 weeks. You'll find the link in the description of this video. It'll take you right there to John's campaign, so you can back Godlike, the Romulus Saga Volume 2. That looks like it's going to be another killer project from Jon Malin. So you guys do not skip that. Of course, we also have links for Wraith of God 3, Fearsome, that is David Williams and EVS's book, and also a link to Dan Lawless's YouTube channel where he posts amazing tutorial videos on comic art and all sorts of good stuff like that. So you'll find links in the description. Follow those to a wonderful land of hidden treasure. So check those things out, guys. Thank you very much. All righty. Oh, wait a minute. Pop Cult Geek Venger for $5. Alphas should be able to draw horses. He's just saying. Oh, he's shots fired. Wow.
Well, he
He
did.
must be talking about himself being a beta.
Pop Culture Rocks for $10. At least John can build a train set, unlike Mange.
That is
That's
correct.
Okay. Well, that's I'm not familiar with that. Did you guys have some sort of competition or something for?
Train poser.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mm.
All right. So, guys, today what we're going to do is we're drawing 90s image characters. Anything is game as long as you haven't drawn it before. And I said game, not gay. Anything that's game. So, David, what are you thinking about doing here?
Whatever John's drawing, I'm going to do.
Okay, here we go. It is
Yeah.
on. It is on. All right, Dan, what are you thinking?
Prophet.
Prophet.
I never actually read it, but I always like the look of the character. So
All right, you're doing Prophet. John, what do you got cooking in that head of yours?
Well, I need clarity. Is that never drawn before or professionally?
No, I mean on this show. So those we've done image on this show before. You can do whatever you want.
Because yeah, I drew like most of these.
Right, so you can do whatever you want.
All right.
You're not going to tell us though.
I don't know. I gotta think about it.
All right.
he's got
well,
other things on his mind.
I'm gonna go with the Maxx. It's a character I've never drawn, and I would like to give it a shot. So I'm gonna go with the Maxx.
Oh yeah, Max. Interesting.
And Aaron,
Yeah, that's a good one to phone it in on the Maxx.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm feeling the pressure already, so I kind of want to, kind of make it a little easier on
Be
myself.
sure to put a lot of that splatter in there.
I'm gonna. I got new pens, new Kiritake pens. We're gonna try these out and see how they work. And,
Got a toothbrush?
Aaron, just heads up, as per usual, I will be drawing my Social Security check.
Yeah, there you go.
I
You
long
probably
for those
could.
days.
You're so good at inking.
I long for those days where I can get that little extra Social Security supplemental check. But they tell me the longer I wait, the bigger the check is. So I'm trying to hold out for as long as I can.
There'll probably be no check by the time we.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the money
They
will
say
be
it's
gone.
totally broke. It's like it's
Yeah, well,
gone.
you're on to something there. Maybe I should
my
cash
financial
in
planner
now
says don't
while I
count on it.
David and I will be drawing the Maxx as well.
It's a three-way competition.
can. Okay. All right. I'm taking my coat off now. This is getting serious. All right.
Get your toothbrush ready.
All right. So I guess it by default has become a competition. So I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
So Dan, are you sure you want to?
I don't know.
Go
You know what?
across now?
The Maxx. I don't like the characters. I could never understand what it like. I couldn't figure out what was that, a beak or was that a face or was that a costume? I couldn't figure it out.
It's like teeth, isn't it?
Is it teeth? Okay, I don't know what it is.
I know.
Couldn't
doesn't
figure
really
it out.
matter.
See, I think it's too graphic for me.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I draw realistically, and that's too much like a design thing. You know.
Well, here's what we're talking about right here. Just so people in the audience are like, what? So this is a Sam Keith creation, right?
Yeah, that's true. What is that, like a mouth guard? I mean, what is he? What
No,
is
it's
that?
his teeth, isn't it?
Did
That's
he
how
ju-
I'm approaching it.
Did he just shout out some blood?
Yeah, now that
Wow.
could be because it could be the the
Yeah.
shot. He got the jab.
Too much fiber.
Yeah, and look at here's another one here. This is a side view.
Of that same shot? No thanks.
Well, not exactly, but it's let's take a look at this and then see that's pretty much his teeth, isn't it?
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out that. No, I'm not sure. I like
There's
the character,
definitely
but
some splatter going on
yeah.
down here.
It looks like a steam engine cow catcher.
Is this a rock or his boots? Malin, you know this stuff. What is that? Is that a boot?
Boots.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Well,
Post Muckley says it's a lampshade.
is that what it is? Okay. I want to. I don't know how easy it's going to be for you to answer these questions, John, with your current werewolf disposition. But how did you get hooked up with Rob Liefeld? Tell us the tale, if you don't mind.
I saw him in a park and I bit him.
Well, all right. Let's get on to the
The
next.
chat's already taking bets on how long you're going to stay in character.
I don't know, man. That mask's got to be hot. We'll see.
Yeah, you got a limited time.
I want to ask John, does he use Colgate or Crest on those pearly whites?
Yeah.
I already took my gloves off.
Bone. I use
Rawhide
bone.
dog chews.
Crest white strips there.
Now, John, are you you have a favorite werewolf
Carnivore.
movie?
Are
What's
you on the
that?
carnivore diet, John? Because it's working totally.
Yeah.
You might be going a little too far, actually.
Some
Into
interesting effects.
paints, and the chat says Rob was like, nice pouches to Malin, and then he said, nice feet, and the rest was history.
Yes.
Aaron, did you get Stealth's?
Wait, is there a drawing already?
Yeah,
start?
we're starting,
Yeah.
man.
He
You're
always
right.
does that.
Cheating already.
Hey, Stealth X5 for $2 says hello to you. Thank you for joining us, Stealth. We appreciate it. Oh, look at he's got tool. He's loaded
I
for
had them
bear,
in my
man.
pocket. I don't even know what I'm going to use yet.
Do you even know what those are?
I don't even know what this show is.
You're not the only one.
Matt Barr says, sup, Aaron, the Maxx has something to do with rabbit in a box, right?
I don't know any of this stuff, but I'm going to fake it pretty darn well, I think. I feel very, very confident here.
Did somebody say begin?
I said begin.
Oh, okay. hang on.
See?
Yeah.
I need it like in a market said go, you know.
We're going to have to wait for the green flag.
Yeah, I mean, Gary's going to be asking me how much time is left.
I'm not a rule breaker.
David has already laid out his, and he's, you're waiting at the starting line.
I don't want to get too big here because I'm going to draw off the page. I got to.
So is it going to be 3 Maxes and a profit?
I guess. I'm a little worried now. I wasn't planning on a competition here, but now could be in a little bit of trouble. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, you always go into it not planning that it's a competition.
Right. And if I happen to draw something good, then I expect to be declared the winner of the non-competition. But now going into it as a competition, I'm a little nervous. Have you guys bought your Halloween candy yet?
Yep. And with a Herculean self-control, I have not dipped into it.
I have not done it yet, but I guess I'm going to have to do it tonight. The thing is, we stupidly now put the bowl out because if I let the kids ring the doorbell, my dog just goes ballistic all night long. And so we just put the bowl out there and hope that the you
can't trust the
I know
nowadays.
I know, but we're gonna do it anyway. So, and I guess if somebody comes along and takes advantage of my good nature, well, I guess that's their problem.
Maybe you're onto something. I think I'll put out an empty bowl and then just enjoy the candy.
Exactly. And it's like, hey man, I should have been here earlier.
Sorry, I'm out.
Yeah. Some kid came by and took all of it.
Yeah, that kid down the street, get him. Brains taste awful. Excellent name. I put out a bowl too. One year, the brats stole the bowl as well.
Oh, shit.
That's a tough neighborhood right there.
It's called trick or treat.
A bowl.
Wow.
Yeah, Kino reviews. I am not going to give out corn dogs. They're too precious.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine if you're giving out frozen corn dogs, like unwrapped?
Oh yeah, kids would pelt my house with corn dogs. Little frozen missiles through the window. Oh, already. Hang on. Did you hear that one?
Hang on. It's comic books in cahoots for $1.99. Thank you very much. It says plot twist. Malin has already judged you all.
This is pretty tough to do, actually, draw like this.
I win.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Someone's like, duh, Aaron, you want to switch cameras? Yeah, it might be helpful if I did that. I wanted you guys all to see my Kit Carter shirt. By the way, the hardcovers, the reprinted hardcovers are going to be here tomorrow, and I will begin shipping them out Friday. So thank you for all your patience. This craziness. So the Joy Theater, Gary, you're familiar with the Joy Theater in Tigard, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Okay. They are showing, they had a Halloween marathon, and the only one that I really kind of want to go see is 20 Million Miles to Earth, which has that great Harryhausen.
That would be fun to see on the big screen.
I think tonight's my last chance to go see it, because I think tonight's the last night of all these. They had things like The House That Dripped Blood and things like that. I'm like, it doesn't really. But anything with some good Harryhausen seems like a good idea.
Yep. Used to see the Sinbad films in the theater.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of cool. Like they look kind of interesting on the.
Yeah.
Okay, I went as far as I could do with these gloves. But...
David, what are you doing?
What?
Are you? Is the Maxx giving us the finger? Is that what?
I don't know what you're saying.
Now I realize why these guys want to do the Maxx. Yeah. Potential.
You can still draw Bishop, you know.
John, do you tolerate trick-or-treaters at your house, or do you?
I
just...
eat them.
That's so
I lure them in with candy and I eat them.
It's like the old witch, right? Who has the gingerbread house and lures the kids in, and
Yes.
I can't believe you're actually going to draw with that mascot, John. Holy shit!
Nothing can stop me.
that's what I was going to say.
Apparently not.
This is how he
I'm
shows his
guessing
superiority.
I'm guessing that John thought he had to handicap himself just to make it fair.
That's right.
Yeah, well, he's kind of the image expert, though. When you think about it.
Well, you know, I try to be friendly to our guests as much as I can.
That's right. You try.
Now, John, you're a two-time winner of Dan Fraga's thing, aren't you?
That is correct. Champion.
Yeah, champion. That's the word I was looking for. Two-time champion of. I was only able to manage one victory in like 3 years. It was pretty depressing, actually. But
I remember one time I drew along when you guys were doing your contest, and I put mine up on Twitter. But honestly, I would have lost against John's rainy thing.
that was I have to admit that was pretty inspired.
That was amazing.
She did come back though with when John getting like eaten by a werewolf or something. It was
But it doesn't matter. It's too late.
You're right. That's true.
No
Tommy
idea.
Patterson Fan Club for Presidents for $5 says, "Can we get Tommy Patterson on an episode? Mr. Malin will vouch for him." Well, so Tommy Patterson is actually
graveyard shift guy, right?
Is blowing his own horn there, so to speak. I guess.
No, I think that's
Who
his
is
fan.
Little
Tommy
self-
Patterson?
Yeah, John. Who is Tommy Patterson? Will you vouch for him?
Yes. Get him.
He's the graveyard shift artist, isn't he?
That's correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's really good, guys. You haven't seen
All right.
it.
John's a man of a few words.
Well, he's a werewolf.
Well, the thing is, John is focused. You know, it's kind of like trying to get him off track is not as easy as it is to get me off track. So, gotta be careful here.
Yeah. All we have to do is say, "Hey, Aaron, show us your latest Star Trek toy."
20 minutes later. Oh.
Well, John's pretty good at our Star Trek trivia too, right? So
I don't see John.
who's the best? Who's the best? Actually, is it Anna, Cecil, or John?
I don't know, John. Never imagined you as a Star Trek guy.
Oh, he holds his own, man. But I think Anna is actually smokes these guys most of the time.
Anna
She
has
wishes.
Anna has very weird taste sometimes in her episode choices, which you can check out later today on the landing party as we go over Cat Spa, the Halloween episode. That's, of course, right after this show. I don't understand if this guy, he apparently doesn't have a jaw, right?
No.
Okay, so that's going to have to be in shadow down here because otherwise it's like I'm going to have to articulate something that isn't there. I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now.
Feeling stronger every day.
Uh-oh, you guys in trouble. Aaron's feeling good.
That's right. Look out.
Aaron,
Yeah.
speaking of psychics,
Yeah, where were we?
I almost had a psychic girlfriend,
Is this a joke?
but she left me before we met.
That sounds like my love life. Man.
Yeah, I like that. That's all right.
It's a preemptive leave.
Is that more of what's his face's jokes that you're stealing?
Yep.
What's that guy's name?
What's that guy's name?
You know, that comedian. What's his name?
Stephen Wright.
Stephen Wright.
There you go, Stephen Wright.
Do you guys like? You ever hear Dimitri?
Yeah.
He's like that. He's got those deadpan jokes. Or
Dimitri Martin.
yeah. I love his stuff. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Who was that guy that was at Trump's rally in New York?
I don't know, but he got him in a lot of trouble.
I did not know who that guy was.
I'd never heard of him before, but
He's hilarious.
yeah, somebody speculated that they had him out there specifically so the left would melt down the last week of the campaign, and instead of focusing on issues, they'd just be crying about that.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, pretty predictable.
Heads up, everybody. Queen Mickey's in the house, so we have to behave ourselves.
Trouble.
Clean up your language, guys.
It's trouble.
Watch your language.
Really? Oh no! I think Queen Mickey can take it.
She might be the only female aside from Katie, if Katie's still here.
No, I think Creative Phase still in the building.
I thought you were going to say who can stand us.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody can.
She may be the only female who can.
Creative Faye, are you here?
She's there. You know, I am feeling really good about this. Best name I can think of for $4.99 says Stephen Wright. I was up all night playing poker with tarot cards and 4 people died.
Man.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And you paid us to tell it, so that made it even better.
Yep. We both win.
I don't understand his boots. What are they? Are they like, what kind of boots? I don't understand what these are made out of.
It doesn't matter. They're just
They're like wrappings.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. So is he some kind of like giant rabbit or something? Was that the story?
It's a good question. What is the Maxx?
Anyone?
Bueller. Anyone? Bueller. All right. Here we go with the Kiritaki. This is a it's all in Japanese, so I don't have any idea what this is. It's a
Have you used this yet?
Never. I think this is a there's fine line and there's extra fine. What is this? Don't know. Kind of. This is fine.
Wolfman John, are you going to share your drawing as you go, or are you going to wait to the end to reveal it?
Yeah, wait a minute. He could be cheating on us.
I know. That's not what I was implying, Dan.
I didn't even think about that till now. Because he's probably got a fully inked drawing out there.
No, I'm just starting the inks right now.
That's too early.
You're inking already?
So should I not? Oh.
No, go ahead.
How long do we have? How long is it?
No, see, Aaron gets, scared if you start inking before he does.
We have like an hour and 20 minutes, so you
got plenty of time.
Put a little of that extra detail in there if you want,
Okay.
This is actually pretty nice. You can kind of get a little bit of a brush, feel to it if you want, or if you have a light touch, it's very very fine line pen.
So you can bear down on it and get a thicker line?
Yes. That's real. Yeah, you can do line weights with this. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, the question is, if you continue to do that, how long will the pen last? David, what?
Well, no.
Oh, that's Dan. I'm sorry. That's Dan.
Yeah.
I should have known.
Dan, this Halloween thing is he takes it pretty seriously.
Dan gets into the holidays. Although is Halloween a holiday?
I don't think it is. It's just a night to scam candy.
That's true.
They should have named it that. Scam candy.
Yeah.
You got a nice ring.
So I'm going to try my own candy scam tomorrow night and just put out an empty bowl and then sit in the window and eat candy.
And watch the kids as they cry. And
yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I might ink Wraith of God 3 with one of these. I like these, man. These are nice.
Remember, Aaron, it's not the tool, it's the artist.
Oh, is that right?
Sometimes
That's been my problem all these years.
Sometimes an artist could be a tool.
Well, man, dude, I may have found my new go-to. They're really nice.
I got to the point where, like, it shows when somebody asks me what I'm using to ink, I just say skill.
Yeah, we'll you kids, you can't handle what I'm doing. Well, it is kind of funny because everybody always does ask that question. What do you use? What are you using, man?
Yeah, like it's a magic formula.
Right. But from a professional standpoint, though, which I think all of us can at least have, some perspective on that, is that, a tool that or a pen or a brush or whatever that responds well is valuable. Instead of one you have to fight with all the time to kind of get what you want.
Speaking of trick or treat,
Yeah.
Mickey says she's gonna go trick or treating tomorrow. She's gonna dress up like a blanket.
Like Gary Martin's blanket, I think. Is that the inference we're getting here?
Yeah.
Very scary.
She's got a thing for that blanket.
I don't know, but as long as she doesn't go as a wet blanket, because no one wants that.
It could be kind of hot, actually.
Some do.
Well, yeah, might be onto
Okay, Creative Day. I see you now that you're yelling. I see you. She's typing in all caps, complaining that I'm not reading her.
Oh, well. No, gosh darn it, I just ran my finger across the ink.
Did it smear?
Wet. Yes, it was still wet.
Okay, so it takes a while to dry.
Yeah, and these are, they say on the label that these are not, they're not sitting there saying they're waterproof. They're saying they're water resistant. So
yeah. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
So does that mean you won't be able to color this?
Well, I didn't say anything about coloring. Gary, geez.
Just clarifying.
Well, if Malin shows up with a color drawing, then of course I have to. But yeah, exactly.
I'm already on blue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's going through the color wheel.
I was gonna say he's hitting blue next. Oh my gosh! All right. No, I'm gonna do a nice ink job on this. I really like these pens. I'm gonna try and.
You like them better than the zigs?
Well, the zigs are not as flexible. I mean, those are you've got that. You can only do something bold with the zigs, really. This is more akin to an like a synthetic brush, but it has the point is firmer than that, but it still can give you that variation in line weight, which is really cool.
Doc Brewski is just now realizing that John is on the show.
Yes.
Well, he's in his alter ego, so it's you've got to know the ways of the Malin, to really recognize all this stuff.
The chat is continuing to pester me about giving out corn dogs. Tommy Patterson fan club president says, "Give him the corn dog, Gare Bear."
Oh my gosh! Well,
I think I would like a corn dog. That'd be good.
you'd be like just the opposite. Remember, there's always the one cool guy in the neighborhood that gives out like full size candy bars. and you would be like the antithesis.
Yeah, I'd be next door to that guy.
Yeah, giving out corn dogs.
Giving out frozen corn dogs.
Sometimes when you do something peculiar, like I knew a guy who gave out potatoes, and all the kids had to get a potato after, like it became the potato guy. Like that, they had to go get a potato. It wasn't just like they were mad. They were like, we got to go get a potato.
I might do that. That's a good idea. Just get a bunch of russet potatoes, a couple bags of them, put them out there in a barrel, and say, "Help yourself, kids."
You're just asking, for a potato coating on your house.
I know.
Yeah, and the potato that'll go through a window.
We've been egged before back when Shelley was teaching. We had kids come by and like egg our house.
That's not a good sign.
Maybe put a basket of eggs out.
See, if you like your teacher, you TP their house. You don't egg it.
Well, Shelley was kind of my way or the highway kind of teacher. Everybody loved her, but you don't want to get on her bad side either. So there might have been a few kids that got on her bad side. We also had some kids. Have you ever had your like yard like where they take like plastic silverware and like stick it?
We call it being forked.
Yeah, being forked. That's it. Yeah.
Yep, I got that.
Well, the funny thing is, the kids who did
I am not reading that comment.
The kids that did it to our house, we actually saw them doing it.
Oh,
You
So
caught
we
'em.
just completely busted them. Said, "Guess what you're doing tonight?" "What? You're gonna come and clean up our yard that you just screwed up." "What?" "Well, unless your mom wants to know about
Hey,
it."
party pooper, Aaron.
Gen X Catholic says, I can see Shelley as the nun in Blues Brothers.
Just smacking them kids.
only if you push her. Only if you push her. God, this pen is amazing. I'm telling you, Gary, it's drawn by itself.
Okay.
It's magic.
Sounds like you're gonna marry it.
I might.
I'm telling
I'm
Shell.
going to have to get one of those and try it. We'll
They
see.
quit.
We'll see.
They quit making those my favorite brush, and so it's like, what am I supposed to do? I got to find an alternative, and these look like they might be it.
Gotta
So
find
far
a
you've done
newer,
everything.
younger brush,
Yeah.
right?
What's that, Dan?
You got to find a newer, younger brush.
Right, exactly. One that's a little more energy and likes to go out and do things.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
I'm doing it. I'm getting Aaron in trouble.
So what size is that, Aaron?
There's a fine and extra fine. This is the fine tip.
Fine. Okay.
I don't know that they have, and I did also order a brush pen from these guys that is more classic, synthetic brush, but it hasn't shown up yet, so I don't know. Oh no, actually, wait a minute. I may be using the extra fine. I can't.
You got the wrong cap on it?
No, I know I can't. It's all in Japanese. I can't tell which
It's
one.
in Japanese.
Does anybody speak Japanese? The tips look exactly the same, so I can't tell. I guess
Well,
I'll try
turn
this
it
one.
around and put two lines down and compare.
Okay, I guess that.
John, do you mind giving us an update?
No, I don't mind.
Did anybody see that?
No,
You're looking.
but it proves that he's drawing.
Yes. Well, we know he is. Look how intent he is. He's taking this very seriously. He doesn't want to get shown up. He's
Yeah, he's not
Okay,
wasting his
all right,
time
I got
talking
the
about
white-
pens and shit.
okay. This white one is extra fine. This is the fine point, which I really like this one. And then this is gray. So he gave me a gray one. I don't know. David, you're a big fan of the gray marker, though. You were the one who was always trying to get me to use a gray.
Well,
I'm glad you're showing some diversity in your markers.
only if you're gonna paint, because like if you use it over your pencils, you can maintain the pencils that you like and then you could paint over it, and you could still see it through the paint, depending
Yeah.
on how thick the paint is.
Mickey is volunteering to read that for you, Aaron, but she says she charges translation fees.
Jeez. It's always about the money with her, isn't it? I want to know what Mickey's really dressing up for his Halloween. Is she going as the naughty nurse, the naughty policewoman, the naughty firewoman?
Wait, you want to know this?
That's none of your concern,
Yeah,
Aaron.
yeah, wait.
That is none of your concern.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Why are most of the Halloween costumes you find in stores for women skanky?
Yeah, they're always the naughty whatever.
Right.
I don't see the problem.
Dan's like,
Guys, there's certain problems that
It was
don't
a
need to be
problem.
fixed.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, there's certain problems that don't need to draw attention to. You know,
that's right.
that's one of them you don't need to.
Doesn't need to be fixed.
You don't see the problem.
It's
So,
like-
so Dan is giving the heads up to his neighborhood trick-or-treaters.
Well, he's like,
Wait a minute.
Dan
I
doesn't
did
even.
not-
No,
Oh,
Dan doesn't even
gosh.
know that there was naughty in front of any of them. He's just like, well, that's what
That's a normal nurse, right?
that's a normal nurse, right? Like,
There aren't all
I was-
nurses
I
naughty.
was disappointed when I went to the hospital recently. You know,
you were what?
I was disappointed when I went to the hospital recently. You know,
Yeah, I wasn't.
they were not very hot.
They were not very naughty.
No, they're all nice and
Now, when I was, let's see, how old was I? I was 16. I broke my arm, and they still had candy stripers, which were usually like these high school girls.
Yeah.
And I had a real cute one wheel me out to the car back when they used to do those things. But there, of course, was my mom picking me up. So it was like,
wait, your mom was the
no, she was driving the car. The candy striper wheeled me down in the wheelchair, and we were having a nice conversation. Then it kind of like took a turn for the worse when your parents show up, and you're like, oh, well, I guess this is
that kind of you know, it's a mood killer. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But what might have been, Dan? What might have been?
Yeah. Well, all right. She was trying to protect you.
Yeah, from the naughty nurse.
Exactly. That's not that those girls. They're not really good for you. You gotta be careful.
That's right.
When I was in college, I played 1 year in basketball team, and we had a trainer that was this older college girl.
Uh-oh.
That was my growing pole was bittersweet.
Damn.
Oh my gosh! All right. I'm now using the Zig calligraphy pen to color in my solid black areas. So I'm combining pens here because this fine tip is not going to get the job done for filling in blacks. All right. Did I tell you I'm feeling really good about this? Mentioned that yet?
Intimidation tactic? Is that an intimidation tactic?
You are raising our expectations. You
I
better
know. I'm
come
gonna
with it. At the
I'm
end.
gonna get crushed. Everybody's like, "Wow, that really blows." What were you talking about? I'm like,
Okay, Skull Nasher. I'll read it. I did not know they played basketball in 1734 BC.
yeah, and Art
That's
Taber.
very specific.
Yeah, Art Taber was the ref of that game too, I think. Okay, let's see what we got here.
So are we gonna do a celebration show next Wednesday of Trump's victory, or
Let's hope we can. Tommy Patterson fan club president for $5, or as Shane would say, $5. Since
That's
we
pretty
can't,
good.
thank you. Since we can't get a building or car episode, how's about a straight to ink installment, the Kim Jong G challenge? Didn't we do that?
I think we did something kind of like that before.
We did ballpoint pens one time.
Yeah.
And that actually turned out pretty well. And then I think we did something with just like, yeah, I did a man thing, pardon the expression, with just brush.
Balls.
Yeah. So, yeah, we did do that. Not saying we can't do it again. I mean, at some point we're going to have to reprise some of the subject matter. Like this is like the 4th or 5th time we've done some form of image characters. But they're fan favorites. So,
Hey, John, I figured out where I can early vote. I'm going to early vote.
Good. Who are you voting for?
What's it? Starts with a K.
Don't
Oh no! Don't
Yeah,
even
the KKK.
Dan,
my
don't put your ballot in a Dropbox around here.
You know shit.
oh, they like
Oh my
torture
God.
them,
That
right?
was
I know you were a
in,
Democrat.
that was in my county, near where my brother lives, and he was heading to drop it off, and he saw a postman and gave it to him instead.
Hmm.
The night that they were burning up the
Wow.
ballots.
Did they
it's
just
like,
get? Did they
how
just
do
get one box, or did they get more than one?
No,
box?
they got several.
I don't understand. Okay, this is a pretty Washington's a pretty liberal area, first of all. So it's kind of like, what do they think they're gaining by
They
burning?
did it in Portland too.
So these guys are just anarchists, basically.
No, I think they were. This is my theory.
Okay.
They were seeing by the reports that Republicans were voting early this year.
Yep, that's what I think.
They
too.
were just trying to get ahead of it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my theory. But who knows why somebody would do that?
Yeah.
Trying to get in the mind of a wacko.
This is way.
I don't
cooler
understand
than
it
I
at
thought
all.
was gonna be.
I still can't
Creative
quite figure it
Faye
out.
says, Aaron's man thing is awesome. Pause. I might have to commission you for one sometime.
I don't like to brag, but I do draw the best man things.
Okay.
Oh
Oh, gee whiz.
gosh.
What do you
Yeah,
guys
well,
talking
that we are the gay beard, so
What do you mean? Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
That's right.
Talking about that monster character from Marvel. You know the one.
wink, wink. Yeah.
No, I mean Arthur Adams does a pretty mean man thing. I have to give him credit, but
That's true.
I'm probably second behind him.
Okay.
What did you think of the when they did? There was a live action or something TV action. They did the Man Thing creature and that. I thought it was pretty good.
Well, it looked okay. I just thought the whole thing was dumb, though. The Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
I just, again, I looked at the script and I was just like, this could have been fixed so easily, and yet they chose not to. It just really annoys me.
Yeah.
So I
But I was just excited to see that. God darn, I can't say Man Thing anymore. What's ruined?
What do you mean?
I was really
What are you
excited to
talking
see the
about?
Man Thing. Like,
Are you going to blame me for
damn!
that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
I can't say it.
Hey, talk to who created that character anyway. I mean, it was I know Gray Morrow was the first one to draw him, but I can't remember who wrote that story. It's like, blame them. What were they thinking?
Yeah, really.
Gay moral.
Yeah, maybe.
Mickey, I see your chat, but I'm not going to read it. I don't want to offend anyone.
Oh my gosh.
We can't hear it though. That's the thing. I can't see the chat, so
Somebody let the chickens loose. JW for $5. Since becoming pro, what's the longest reach? Let me try that again. Since becoming pro, what's the longest each of you have gone without drawing? Days or weeks?
How about
I like the reach version of that question.
Yeah. What's the longest reach any of you have had? That's an interesting question because I used to draw all the time, but now that we're doing crowdfunding, it's like I will go weeks because when I'm fulfilling a campaign, I don't do anything except fulfill the campaign until it's done. and that's anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks sometimes. And I do almost no drawing.
Well, the thing is, though, we're all, freelancers, so we never take a day off.
Yeah, we're always, that's
Yeah,
true.
no such thing.
Every vacation this family has ever taken has been centered around a comic book convention someplace.
Yep.
Where you're drawing.
Yeah.
I think I'll take a day of rest. Like if I had to work on an assignment, I do the advertising stuff, and my hand literally, cramps up. Just rest it, and I will do that.
Good question. Flick Story Entertainment. Dan, why do you use a square?
What?
That triangle thing.
I like this. It holds my paper on, and it acts as so I can put my hand on it with my sweaty hand doesn't mess up the pencil. So yeah.
So you heard it here. Dan has sweaty hands.
And that's even without his wolf hands on.
Yes. Or just smear it, whatever. It's just a guy. It's a shield. Really.
Where'd that one go? JW says this show counts to me as drawing. So JW
I would think so.
can count his drawing today just by watching.
Oh, wait a minute
No,
now.
there's no drawing through osmosis. Now, come
Yes,
on.
exactly. Get the work. Get the lead out. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are supposed to be keeping pace. I know that some of you don't have these wonderful Kiritaki pens, but still do something.
Christopher John says, if you love what you do, it's not work. Christopher, who says we love this?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
exactly.
I loved it before I made a living at it.
Yeah, exactly. We loved it till we broke in, and then we're like, wow, what did I get myself into?
I remember thinking, man, if I ever became a professional artist, if I just draw every day, it would be so much fun. Now it's like, oh, I don't feel like drawing.
Right.
It sucks.
Now we think of other things we'd rather be doing.
Yeah, like the dishes.
Right.
I need to go mow the lawn.
I gotta change my carburetor.
Yeah, I gotta take my engine apart.
I got to do my taxes.
Oh, yeah.
I got to do somebody else's taxes.
Dude, that is, if you're doing taxes instead of drawing, it's time to retire because that is the worst. Man, I hate doing taxes. I actually hate paying bills. Wish we could get around that.
The chat's having an interesting debate about the man thing.
Well, let us in.
Only on this show.
Yeah.
You get that kind of
Curious minds want to know.
I had the best man thing one shot. I was going to do a giant size man thing. And Marvel.
Aaron, would you please rephrase that?
No, I can't. It was going to be giant size man thing. And Marvel, Joe Quesadilla was like, yeah, we'll do it. And they kept putting me off. And I finally got ticked off about some other things and left to DC. And well, there you go. Never got done. It would have been the Ultimate Man Thing story.
Sure.
No, I'm telling you. Do I have to put splatter on this?
Yep.
No.
Without gloves.
Michael Bancroft is bragging that he spent Sunday doing his taxes, counting up all those deductions, is making money.
Well,
That's true. That is
yeah,
true.
there is kind of that, when your deductions get really, really high, you're like, ooh, this is going to be good. But I have weird, because I'm like a corporation. I'm incorporated. So I can't even do my taxes anymore. I just put together all the stuff and send it to my accountant and hope that it.
Yeah, and hope and pray.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't do my taxes. I don't even pay my taxes.
That's right. Quiet. They'll.
Oh, did the Siri just pick me up or something?
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna get
I'm
found
going
out.
onto the government list.
Dan, if I were you, I'd be afraid to answer the door.
Oh yeah. All right.
Remember that Daffy Duck cartoon where it was it was the little man from the draft board was coming to his house and he was doing everything he could to keep the guy from getting in and giving him his draft card or whatever for
Yep.
I remember being horrified as a child, just going, "Mom, are they going to come and draft me?"
Some of the writing on those old cartoons were brilliant. I was watching a late night cartoon. It was an old cartoon where this dog, big dog, was picking on this little cat, and the neighborhood alley cat, streetwise, was a black cat, and so he walked in front of the dog, and every time he walked in front of the dog, something from the sky fell on the dog's head. And so the little cat who was being terrorized kept pushing the dog to attack him just so the black cat would walk in front of the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And as the cartoon progressed, larger and larger, heavier and heavier items were falling on. It started out like flower pots and, you know, little things like that. And then at the end of the show, they were like battleships and it's like these massive jetliners were falling on this dog's head.
Oh, poor dog.
Was that a Tex Avery one?
Yeah.
The best.
Hey, he almost gave us a John Carter cartoon. Wasn't that Tex Avery? Or was it
Oh, that was the
the Superman guys, right?
Yeah. Max and Dave Fleischer.
Yeah, Fleischer, that's right.
Allegedly they were going to do a Batman one too.
Oh, that'd have been cool.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
You know why they stopped doing the Superman?
Why?
This is what I heard, is because a kid committed suicide. Well, it wasn't suicide. Sorry, I didn't mean to say suicide on your channel. Jumped off out of his, was it a 3-story apartment or something with a cape around his, thought he was Superman because he was watching the cartoon. At that time,
I heard that
said,
too.
oh, yeah, if they're doing this, we're not going to do these anymore.
Did it work?
So we could. Clearly, it did. It did.
Darn kids. Ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah, how do you criticize a kid for doing that?
Well, you criticize their parents. It was like, where was the parents at?
That's true. Hey, Mom, I'm going for a stroll.
No, I think the parent, the mom or something like that, saw it. Said like, "Mom, I'm Superman." That was like his last words or something.
Oh my gosh.
Right off the window.
Oh man. Malin has no sympathy, man. His basement is full of abducted people.
Kids.
Kids
Oh,
and
sorry.
Whatever will fit.
Mm-hmm.
But that kid must have been neighbors to that other kid that dressed up like Batman. Hey, Timmy, what do you want for breakfast? Justice.
Yeah.
All right, how we doing here? 3:12. So we got about 45 minutes, give or take. Gary, are you ready to do your thing?
Absolutely.
All right. So let's find out today what Gary's beef is. All right, Gary, what is your beef this week?
It's local TV weather people and their perpetual expressions of smugness.
Oh my God! All right, let's hear it.
You know how it's like if you were flipping through the channel and the local news is on and the weather's on and the weather is on every single news channel at exactly the same time.
Yes, it's true.
And so I get up and I get a snack and I, go to the bathroom and I check my email and I come back and they're still talking about the weather. They're talking about what the pressure system is doing in Eugene and what weather it was, what temperature it was in Eugene. And I don't plan on visiting Eugene. I wasn't in Eugene. I don't care what the weather is like in Eugene.
Are you saying it should be more localized to, just talk about where you're at and screw the rest of it?
Exactly. Well, the other thing is that these people claim to be meteorologists. And meteorologists are the ones that were doing the Chicken Little thing about, remember global cooling?
Yeah.
They even made movies of New York being, covered in ice and snow.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
And then global cooling went away, and then they started talking about global warming. They don't talk about global warming anymore because now it's called climate change.
Yep.
So
bullshit.
The thing that really bugs me is that these smug knuckleheads
MFers
don't realize when they're standing in front of their weather map, waving their arms around and telling me about, what temperature it was at 12 o'clock earlier today, that their jobs have become obsolete because anytime, day or night, in the matter of seconds, I could look at my phone and know exactly what the weather is.
Yeah.
I don't need you anymore.
We don't. So, weather people, wipe off that smug expression.
Yeah, they don't have any info you don't already have.
Well, it's like these South American countries do it right. I don't know if you've seen, they have all these just smoking hot weather girls in skin tight outfits. They're just up pointing at the screen, because they don't care.
Right.
They just want the viewership. So we don't get that, man. We get the
we
old
don't.
guy that's been there.
We've not learned from them.
Yeah.
Well, we can learn. Well, but
Yeah. They should have
I'm
the
willing to learn.
naughty weather girl costume for Halloween.
Man, what's up with you and naughty girls?
I'm just bringing up the Halloween.
Yeah, there seems to be a theme today.
It was Dan Lawless.
Spirit of the season.
No, Dan pushed me into it. Lawless did.
Yeah, see, I do that.
Blame Dan.
I always set Aaron up and then he takes the blame. And
Yep. Completely innocent.
as a matter of fact, the whole thing with remember the Bisley cover and the and John was talking about the horse size and all that stuff.
Yep.
I was just sort of in on it. I think I instigated that. I was on the street with John. And I was like, he's like asking me, I'm like, yeah. I think I may have said this a couple of things.
Well, so basically what you're saying is you're Fred McMurray's character from the Caine Mutiny. You just get all these ideas, getting everybody else in trouble, but you're not taking the
Yeah,
fall.
and I don't plan on doing that. I don't set out to do that, but it sort of happens that way. No one ever suspects me,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Dan, he's a nice guy. He would never.
He would never say that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, now we know.
Busted, man.
I'm glad you finally came clean. It's been long enough.
And then still, I'll tell people, and they still won't believe me. They'll still be like, "No way, you didn't do
Dan
that."
would never do that.
Dan would never criticize Aaron's artwork and say that the horse is too big. Not a chance.
Okay.
It's gotta be John. John had to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you set up John. Now John's
I know. That's why I said I set up poor John. Sorry about that, John.
You guys, if I were you, I'd be nervous. John seems focused.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Whatever.
I like being underestimated.
he hasn't faced talent like this before, so
You know what the job
Yeah,
has
that's
his head down, He's working hard, and then he has a Sharpie drawing of a penis.
Well, there goes my bit. I give up.
Yeah, thanks a lot, David. You blew the whole thing.
Ruin the joke.
The punchline. Yeah.
Chad, help me out here. Is Ethan in? Was Ethan in the chat? Did I miss him? I don't see him.
Well, when we had him on the show 2 weeks ago, he said, "Good luck getting John on here." And I said, "Hey, we'll just ask. See if the man will do it." And here he is. So.
Yeah.
They're telling me Ethan was on. Oh, there he is. Hi, Ethan. Sorry.
Speaking of weather, man, did you ever see the mix up where the weather temperatures on the map were like 800 degrees, 1,000 degrees, and all that stuff? And the weatherman just did his weather report like it was normal. Like, oh, it looks like it's heating up there, and that's a real scorching temperature there. So I would get out of there right now if I were you. And it was so funny. You got to look that up if you haven't seen it. It's so awesome.
Aaron, the chat's asking to let Ethan on.
Well, if he wants to come on, there's not much time left. He's going to be under the gun.
Well, he doesn't have to draw.
Well,
Not
on this show. You got to draw.
Yeah, the draw.
It's like the Adventures in Babysitting, right? Where they go through. They go, you don't get to leave unless you sing the blues. So you got to draw if you come on.
He's got sketch covers to do.
Aaron, I'm living proof that you don't have to draw.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you have the special assignment of reading the chat, which now after almost a year, you're finally getting the hang of.
Well,
Let's
I wouldn't.
do a vote.
I've missed a lot of chats today. I really have.
Let's do a democratic vote. I say yes.
No, Ethan, if he wants to come on, you're more than welcome to come on, but you got to draw.
Does he have access to the link?
I can send him the link. If he says he wants to come on, I will send him the link.
What do you mean he's going to draw? There's like 10 minutes left.
No, there isn't. I'm not that close to get done.
What if he comes
Aaron wants Ethan to split the vote. He wants him to split the vote.
I got it all planned out, John. Man, I'm playing 3D chess right now. No, we've got 40 minutes left, give or take.
Oh, as I recall,
That's plenty
Ethan
time.
penciled and inked his piece last time in 40 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. So he wouldn't be under any pressure at all. No, Ethan, if you want to come on, say so in the chat, and I'll send you a link on Twitter. But
Bring it.
Psst, Ethan, you don't have to draw.
you do have to draw. Quit telling him stuff like that. He's going to come under false pretenses.
Does he have to draw an image?
He has to draw what we're drawing. He doesn't have to draw the Maxx, but he has to draw something.
I came under false pretenses once.
You're not right. That's not what you-
What were you expecting?
Oh, don't go any deeper, Gary. Oh, God.
That's what she said.
Oh man, here we go. Does the Maxx have like feathers on his head? I've seen him with like kind of like stuff growing
Yeah, he's
out
got a
of
feather boa.
No, that's not true.
Can you hear that?
Katie Dids channel for $2. Thanks, Katie. Says you're doing great, Gary.
Thank you, Mom.
Don't you think that's kind of patronizing?
How does he
Yeah.
always win? He doesn't
That's
do
like,
anything.
yeah, a compliment from your mother.
Yeah.
You had the best Halloween costume in the whole neighborhood.
Oh man. Okay.
You're the most creative with that duct tape.
Man, we used to our fallback was like steal my dad's clothes and go as a bum.
Yeah, I did the bomb thing a lot.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing. I'll find some rags and I'd go as a hippie.
I was just practicing for being an artist.
Yeah, exactly.
Katie says, I'm a mom of 2 kids. So
There you go.
This kicked in. It just she saw your face, Gary, and said immediately thought, she's the paternal instinct kicked in.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Hey, John, so I saw you on Abra's channel the other day. Is she like, didn't she take a hiatus? And so I guess she's back now, huh?
Yeah, I guess she's
Yeah,
back.
actually, that was a good interview. Actually, you guys
Just
know
trying
about.
trying to engage a little conversation with you, John. That's all.
Have you guys been? I was
John,
interviewed
I
by.
think's going to pull off being in this character the entire broadcast.
I know I can hand that sweaty helmet then.
It's impressive. It's impressive.
Did you guys ever get interviewed on Katie's channel? I was. And she's a really good.
Katie never.
Dan, are you?
No, I mean.
Dan,
Abra.
are you passive aggressive bragging?
I'm talking. I'm talking about like I'm trying to.
Did
Now,
you
Marty,
guys
can I
get
compliment?
interviewed? I did.
Like I did.
Can I compliment Abra? She's a really good interviewer. Okay, she's really insightful and easy to talk to. And
Oh yeah. Okay, I've been on her channel and she's been on my channel. I interviewed her. How about that, Dan?
All right, it's not a contest.
Yeah, I think it is.
Dan,
Oh my
you've
gosh.
been on the show long enough to realize that everything is a contest.
Okay. Well, I think
Unless
she likes me
lose,
more than
then-
likes you, then, guys. You know, I say, she.
It's
My
not a
conversation with her was
competition if I
better.
lose.
We had more insightful conversation in my interview.
Okay.
Catalyst Vault, hey Catalyst, says John has AC on at his house. He must.
I'm finished.
I'm sweating like a pig under here.
It's got to be getting cold in Michigan about now. I would
No,
think.
it's not.
Really?
He's got the window open.
No, I don't.
It's getting cold here. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
we
it
had
is.
one more. This is the
You
last
can
day,
warm-
though.
Aaron, you can warm yourself up by the heat of a burning voting booth.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go by the ballot boxes and warm
ballot
myself by
box,
the
yeah.
fire.
yeah. The hobos that kind of gather around the ballot box.
Yeah. Well, I tell you right now, I got smoke coming out of these pens. That's right. Generating some heat right now. So David says he's done.
Wizit Gear says Dan already won. Everyone else, just throw your art in the trash right
Uh-oh.
now.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
This show has turned to a bunch of simps for Dan Lawless. I don't know how that happened, but
It's because I'm so good looking.
well, that might be.
That's because
It's that-
he was interviewed on Katie's show.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
It's-
When you guys get to my level,
He's got that charming disposition that everybody loves. Everybody loves Dan.
yeah, I always set people up for disasters.
Well, he's a conniving little
Shit, yeah.
but we don't. Nobody knows that. Try to expose it.
Nick Clark, I'm just not sure who you're addressing this to. How do the pens compare to your first pen, the Feather?
I don't know. Is that to me or Gary? Because there's going to be
I don't know who
two different
it can't be me
outcomes
because
depending on who he's talking to.
It can't be me. I don't use pens. I shouldn't say that. I don't use them that often.
Unless you have to.
Right.
Matthew Muma says, Dan's what I want to be when I grow up. How about that?
Oh, old and fat.
And apparently very hairy after a trip through the woods.
David, are you trying to make a commentary here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
He's like eating lunch again, I'll bet right now.
Why does this kind of looks Jack Davis-y to me, David?
Oh yeah?
Yeah. The rendering does.
It looks jacked.
Well, I myself just thankful to have David back for hopefully not just a one-time visit.
No, I'm back.
All right. This may be the best Graybeard's piece I've ever done.
Really? And you're crediting the pen.
I am. If I'd known this earlier, I would have gone Japanese much sooner.
You think you're turning
I went
Japanese?
Japanese 2 years ago.
I thought you
Darren,
hated Japanese. So.
Aaron, do you think you're turning Japanese? You really think so?
See, you don't think I get that reference, but I do. The question is, does anybody in the audience get it?
I really think
get
so.
it. Yeah, I get it.
Well, that's because we're all old enough to get it.
I have the SCTV DVD set. Anton Dennison, hello. Gary, after you've inked a piece, do you find that erasing the pencils undermines the opacity of the inks? Yes, it does.
Gary, tell them your technique. I don't know if you still do it, but you used to do
I do.
this for when you'd erase.
I take a gum eraser, not a hard
no,
eraser.
You would you wouldn't fill in the blacks, right?
Correct. I take a gum eraser and erase over the pencils before I ink anything to lighten them up.
Do you mean a kneaded eraser?
A kneaded eraser, yeah.
Like what I got here.
So it lightens up all the pencils, and it also cuts down on the smudging because I drag my hand all over the paper while I ink with the brush.
Yeah, well, you know what you can do? I mean, I think you've done this before where you put your pencil down and then you take your kneaded eraser, just roll it over it like this.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm going to have to try that. I just lightly erase over the whole piece.
That works too, but the kneaded, just the rolling it over. Actually, I knew a guy once who had a giant kneaded eraser. Like he roll over the whole thing like that.
Okay, I'll try that because I buy those erasers in packs, and you can mash them together.
Just roll it over it, and you'll be surprised how much it picks up, and then it leaves it perfectly intact. I mean, you see all the detail.
And so that helps it refrain from smudging. And then I ink it, and then I take the kneaded eraser and erase over it again. And then I fill in the blacks. So I don't erase over large area of black.
So the solid, or the how should we say, the untouched solid areas of black are pure black, and it helps kind of create the illusion that the line work hasn't grayed out as much.
I like that look of the original art. I don't like lots of gray tones in the black areas. I just want the original to look crisp. That's the only reason why I do it. I mean, I don't have to do it. I just like the way it looks.
Well, I'm the same way, man. It's like I like the original art to look nice.
David, Tim Roberts is asking, do you do what to the blacks, Gary?
Yeah, right.
Oh boy,
That's right. I was going to ask it, but
I feel like I got to put some splatter in here.
Do it. Ruin it.
I already beat you to it.
I can try a little lens flare on there while you're at it.
That's a good idea.
I don't like the lens flare, so I'm at least on board with John there. But I think judicious use of splatter is okay.
Thank you, Repairman Jack.
John, what do you think of Zipatone then? Is that like controlled splatter?
It's graphic. It's cool. Go with it.
Okay, so it's got to be basically you're against the randomness, the wildness of splatter.
Random wildness of splatter.
Random wild.
That's correct.
Wizard Sleeves, don't tell us you're broke. We don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that's the last thing I'm going to hear.
John, did you have a trauma with splatter? With some inker?
Yes,
splatter?
when I was a child, I shit my pants.
I was talking about an inker inking.
How long ago was that, John?
Yeah, it was last night.
No, I know the tale. John has told the tale. This is not fiction.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't Dan tell a similar story when he was on?
Did I? I don't know.
No. Fraga.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, when he was like in 5th grade or whatever, and the guy wouldn't let him go to the bathroom in the class. And
Oh, actually, I now I thought about it, I do have a story when I was in class.
oh no,
It was high school, and no,
oh you did it in high school? Oh my gosh.
no, it was really young, and I think I had some kind of an accident, and the teacher said, "Does anybody got to go to the bathroom?" And I didn't say anything. I'm just sitting there.
Just sitting
all,
in your own
and
filth.
then, bless her heart, she said, "Let's all go to the bathroom as a class." You know, I was like,
Well,
I was
so
able
we
to go.
So we can watch Dan.
Yeah.
No, so that you know I could go and no one would know it was me. And that was
Oh,
pretty
I
cool.
see.
So she
was
could
really-
smell the disaster that
Yes,
she created. Is
she
what you're
knew
saying.
something happened, and then
Yeah.
so it worked out great. You know, I say, what a sweetheart. She knew that someone was embarrassed, and she didn't want to embarrass the person. So, you know, imagine she walked around and started sniffing like you. You know, lift the back of your pull your back of your pants out. And go, oh.
Oh, there it is. Here's the culprit right here.
Oh.
All right. Oh, ooh, Katie. Katie Did's channel for 20 big ones. Thank you, Katie. Just want to say thank you to those that backed Justin Belmont's Pencils Down last night on my channel for the launch. 31 backers, over $1,500. Thank you all so much. And back it now, of course, after you back Godlike first.
Yes.
So Katie,
Yeah.
of course, she didn't mention anything about Wraith of God 3 or Fearsome.
She knows
Sorry.
what she likes.
Yeah, she knows what
noticed.
she likes.
I've noticed that you always mention what Katie doesn't mention.
Yeah, well, I feel like Katie's she's slighting me all the time. She's always let's
Katie, I noticed that you didn't tell me that I'm the greatest artist that ever lived.
let's take a quick look at Jon Malin's Godlike, the Romulus saga, volume 2. This is going to be up for 16 more days, and then he is closing this sucker out. So you guys do not miss this, because if you don't back in the next 16 days, you will not be able to get it.
No in demand.
You'll have to get it on the black market for a lot more money.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
He's got multiple cover options here. Got a little Shane Davis for $5. Shane did a cover for Godlike right
Did
there.
you do that again?
For $5.
There you go.
Okay. You've got the Jon Malin's Godlike, the Romulus saga.
Can't you say saga right?
I don't know why I keep saying that. Saga Supplemental 2. Look at that. It's got a guy with a noose, and his dog has a man's face. That's got to be intriguing enough to
That's creepy.
get you. Got a little Art of Roy pin up there.
Yeah, that was
Very
good.
nice. I like these connecting covers here with the jacked horse. Very cool.
Wait a minute.
So a lot of good stuff on here, you guys.
Will
Check
you just
out all
slip
the
that by
different-
John? Did you slip that by you, man?
Huh?
You just threw shade on John.
The horse?
What did I say?
No,
Jacked
the horse is jacked.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean he's saying it like it's jacked, like messed up?
Yeah.
No, I said he
Wait,
was
I read it.
jacked like he was powerful
Oh
and like.
my god!
I don't know. I think that's an
I don't
insult.
do that. I'm. See, Dan, you pretend to be the nice guy. I actually am the nice guy. Would never do that. But anyway, you guys, you'll find a link in the description of this video to Godlike 2, the Romulus saga. So you guys want to check that out. Like I said, you got 16 days left before it all goes away. So don't miss your opportunity. You'll also find links for my Wraith of God 3, Fear Hollow, and David and EVS's Fearsome, and our own Dan Lawless's YouTube channel, where he spends quite a bit of time tutoring you guys on how to be better artists. So you want to check that out, because that's free.
I'm a better artist by watching it,
There you go.
but
Gary's
that doesn't take much.
well.
Is that because you look at my art and then you go, I can do way better than that, and you feel better?
Yeah, he looks at it and goes, I'm a better artist than that. All right. I don't see any. What are you chirping about? Where is it? Oh, Katie did for another 2. Thank you, Katie. Don't forget to back Wraith of God. Thank you, Katie. Thank you very much. Wraith of God should be capitalized, though. But thank you. I appreciate
Well,
that.
You
Give you a compliment. She's helping you out.
this new technique of
80.
shaming people into giving super chats.
Yeah, I'll do whatever I can.
Katie,
But then she criticized their compliment. Like,
wait, Katie, you spelled fearsome wrong.
Yeah. Hey, the Digital Ninja says every page I've seen of Fearsome has been great, and that is the truth.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. See, Dan, see what a genuinely nice guy I am.
okay, I
Yeah,
believe
she
you.
spelled fearsome, WRAITH.
That's right, Wraith of Fearsome. No, it's no, Katie. I'm just kidding. We love you very much, and we appreciate your participation in the show. So, just giving you a hard time because Dan is influencing me to be mean.
Yeah.
So.
Dan is like Woody Woodpecker. He's an instigator.
He is. He never gets blamed for anything, but he's always causing problems. Wait a minute.
There's a riot somewhere, and I just kind of walk away with my hands in my pocket, whistling.
That's right, guys. Didn't do nothing. Nothing to see here, folks.
Aaron, what is the time situation?
Well, I'm almost done. So,
It's
let's
all
see.
around you, huh?
Yeah, let's say, John, can you finish up in about 15?
Yes.
Okay, so 15 minutes it is. There you go.
I think John's burning calories under that mask.
You know, hey, it's like that. It's like the
I might
caveman
black
diet.
out. I've never had a problem finishing in under 15.
Oh, you heard it here first, folks. All right, I'm doing fake splatter because I do not want to get out the toothbrush and.
Have you ever tried the thing where you dip the toothbrush and then you don't flick it with your thumb? You like
Just with your wrist, just
you hit the toothbrush like with your finger.
Oh, I've seen people do that, but I have not tried it.
I think that's more random, but it's
Dangerous.
it's smaller, so you're not spraying a large area.
I'm always afraid of like the big drop of black ink, right? That
Yeah.
just because I don't mask. When I do that, I do not mask my drawing. I just go for it. And the heck with it.
You have to monitor the ink level in your brush.
Now, if you're of Catholic heritage, we use the holy water sprinkler.
Is that right?
Is that ours? You know,
is that something you could purchase at the Catholic art store?
yes.
They got it in the lobby, the Catholic art store. Oh my gosh!
You bless your work, and you get the splatter effect.
Yeah, I like it.
John just puts a tube in his urethra and just.
Oh my god! What was that? That sounds like.
Sounds like my basement.
Yeah, exactly. Antoine Dennison for $2. Thank you, Antoine. He says, Gary, what's your go-to brush? Winsor & Newton?
I haven't purchased a brush in quite a while. I've got, let me show you.
Be right back. I tell you right now, we all used to use Winsor & Newtons back in about through the mid-90s, and their tips just started getting bad. And so a lot of people switched to those Kolinsky Raphaels.
I a bunch of old Winsor Newton brushes that, after you're using them for a while, they start to split. That I retired years ago, and I've been going back and taping the ends of them and bringing them back to life. And so most of them are older Winsor Newtons. I don't buy those anymore because the quality is El Stinko. But the old ones, if you can find an old Winsor Newton that still works, that's my go-to. This is a Series 7, number 2.
Now, do you go to like a brush graveyard and then bring all the parts together and then electrocute it to make a new brush? Bring it to life?
How many? Dan, can you see my screen?
Yeah. I'm implying that you're the Frankenstein of brush graders.
That's where I find them.
Pastor Flash for $5. Is that Australian? Rumor has it Katie's going to have John on for an interview before Aaron. Well, that's probably true.
John and I both got on Abra's show. We were both interviewed. Have you been
on there twice?
I've been on her show, Dan. Okay. Marcus Killiger says they're all Kolinsky. Yes, but I finally got to the point where I said Raphael, which is what.
Kolinsky is the red sable.
Mickey, look at Mickey. This is so nice. Thanks for a wonderful show. Hail CG, hail chat. Have a wonderful day / evening. Great work and good times as always. Hugs and kisses and all that good stuff. Thank you, Mickey. Appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, I should mention, seriously, Creative Faye is a good interviewer as well. I had a great time talking to her.
Yeah, I was on her show as well. Ha!
Did you guys happen to see the Dark Universal Studios Universal Monsters thing I put in the chat?
Yeah, I mean, I briefly looked at the article.
Oh, you should have seen the video.
Oh, I haven't watched the video yet.
Yes.
The
Watch the video.
animatronics. You did?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
What do you mean? What do I think?
He's setting me up.
It was awesome.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Speaking of awesome,
I was disappointed they could not use the likenesses like of Karloff and those guys for the creatures.
Yeah, that's what Graham was saying. And I agree, but for what they could do as creatives, it was impressive.
Yeah, it looked good. Katie Did's channel for 2. Abra is awesome, she says. Thank you, Katie, for that. That would have been great if you'd said Aaron is awesome, though.
Do you want her to hate you, or what's going on here?
How come she's the only one that you complain?
No,
what she's not saying.
It means that I like her because I give her the extra attention.
Yeah, that's right. If you get roasted, that's the key.
Yep. We love Katie.
Creative Bay is asking, Aaron, did you get your package yet?
I did, but I messaged you and said I didn't know if it was something you wanted me to open on stream or if it didn't matter. So I haven't opened it yet, but I've still got it. Yeah.
Creative Bay, if we have time, do you want him to open it on the air live? I'm assuming it's artwork.
I don't know.
Is the package flat?
Yes.
She says it doesn't matter.
Well, okay. Well, I'll do it on my Sunday show because it's like downstairs and I don't have easy access to it at the moment.
Aaron's always looking for content for his Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
You can put that in the title for advertising the show.
That's right. Creative Phase surprise. What will it be? Dun dun dun. So did they on the monster, getting back to the monster thing, did they do like a creature from the Black Lagoon? David?
is it has his head in the refrigerator.
As I suspected. Because they should be able to do the creature from the Black Lagoon to look exactly like the creature from the Black Lagoon, because there's no, likeness rights or anything they'd have to deal with.
Here's my creative Faye drawing, or she sent me of Gandalf.
Gandalf
And Bilbo.
Gandalf.
Gandalf from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Gandalf the Gray or Gandalf the White?
Gray.
Okay. I think that, I want to be clear about that.
Aren't those the same guy?
Well, yeah, but they're different stages of, wizardly development, I guess, right?
Okay. Is there a Gandalf the Brown?
No.
It's
if he has an accent.
It's
Isn't that racist then?
it's Radagast the Brown.
Radagast the Brown.
Well, there actually is a Radagast the Brown.
That's what I'm saying.
So, David, did they have a creature from the Black Lagoon in that thing?
Yes, they did.
Now, I assume that looks just like the movie, though, right?
No, they added some weird teeth to it, but it still looked good.
So it's like this is kind of like their all new version, the modern versions of these things.
If they could make it accurate to the estate that has all of it, they would make it accurate. But they have to do something a little off.
Well, yeah, but don't they own all the creature from the Black Lagoon stuff?
They don't own the likenesses of the actors that played them.
But he's underneath the costume, though. The costume should look the same, shouldn't it?
Well, I mean, as far as the creature, sure, but I think for consistency's sake, they said, "Well, let's just tweak them just a little to make
right." So you got like everything's a redesign.
Yes.
All right. Cool. All right, John, how you doing?
Almost there.
All right.
He's gonna have like a double page spread, and it's gonna.
I can't believe I'm actually pretty much done. Oh, shocker.
John, what's that liquid dripping from your wolf ears?
That's probably sweat.
Sweat.
John suffers for his art.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate it.
I'm done. Pencils down.
All right. Is everybody done? Dan, how are you doing?
I'm done.
All right. I'm going to sign this baby. And okay. We will take one turn at a time here. Let the audience decide what there is to be decided, if anything. All right, gentlemen, I will show you what I've done so you can know what you're up against.
Aaron can't wait.
I know. It is good, Aaron.
Okay, Aaron, that
I am impressed.
Pretty cool.
Go. And that's yes. All because of
that is awesome.
Japanese pen did it.
Solid 5 minutes of work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
that's pretty cool. I have to admit.
Maxx. There he is. I didn't give him the hair on his head because my reference doesn't have that. So
that's pretty cool, man.
Well, thank
you. You got the cow catcher correct.
The what?
The thing on his face.
Oh, his teeth or whatever they are. You see my fake splatter down here that I did with the pen?
Yep.
So, wow, more time on the splatter than the drawing.
Yeah, well, it's you got to know how to manage your time, John. And the important things. So anyway, there you go. There is my rendition of the Maxx. Let's see what David's got for us here.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, there's a wolf head in there. Look at that.
Ah!
Looks kind of familiar.
Oh
man, I've been murdered.
In the splatter. Mm.
And I'm getting the bird.
That's pretty good. That's definitely top 3 today.
Yeah,
so
it looks like it belongs in like the hall of the first graders. You can give you a gold star on it. I can give you a gold star, David.
Oh my goodness! Nice work, David. That's great. Okay, Dan, what have you got for us?
Hang on a second.
You look like you're changing.
Wow.
You're getting worse.
Yeah, you're getting darker there.
Wait,
Dan.
don't show your art yet. You look like a Rankin Bass character.
Like Mad Monster Party.
Really cool.
Yeah, Mad Monster Party.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Now show the art. Ooh.
Oh, that's right. You were doing Profit. I was going, that is the suckiest Maxx I've ever seen. But it's Profit. Look at that.
That looks like
That's cool.
something from Heavy Metal. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, that is like 5th place easily today.
Yeah, it needs a little love. It needs a little work.
That's nice, though. Look at that. That's
It's a good
cool. Once
start.
again, I love your faces. The faces you do are just fantastic. Just so expressive.
It's got Aaron's hairy arms.
I know, man.
Focusing knows it.
Freaking werewolf Profit.
Yeah. Well, there's a
Hey, Ethan chimes in and says, outstanding, Dan. So,
thank you
Ethan,
very much. Thanks,
I don't know. Will Ethan say anything about John's piece? That's what we want to find
That's what
out.
he's here for.
All right. Very nice, Dan. All right, John, moment of truth. What have you got for us?
A lot of detail, a lot of time, effort, love.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that your guys' drawings lack.
Any love?
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Beautifully done.
You know what's
Look
amazing?
at
It
the artistry.
took him 2 hours to do that.
Yeah, what were you working on all this time?
I was thinking
That's
about my
good.
taxes.
I got to believe that's a red herring. Is that all you got for us, John, after all that effort? I think there's something else.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
oh my goodness.
Cool.
Look, did he put those little goblin guys in there?
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Wow.
Very
This
nice.
Aaron?
and the bonus
Huh?
drawing.
Well, definitely, probably 2nd place today. I'm not, but very nice.
Yeah.
Sean Willett says awesome.
Yeah, that's very
course.
cool.
Sean is an intelligent man.
Victor using swear words to describe his joy. Dale A
Emotional outburst.
says
Pleasure.
winner. Brains taste awful. Very nice. Nolan Lockhart. Wow.
Look at detail.
Look at this. Matthew Mumma. He's a quality guy. He says Aaron A+++, Dan A, David B, John A++. So he gives. I got one more
I think
plus. from
Matthew's
John.
missing a couple pluses. Maybe he
Yeah.
ran out of room on the line.
It could be. He might have just couldn't. Let's see. Ethan says so much better than Matt Barr could do, even after all of the art school education his rich parents gave him. Oh my gosh, taking shots at people. Taking shots at people. Are you kidding me? Let's see. Iodine
Very,
74
very good.
says, man, the detail on that exposed body, fantastic.
Yeah, I think if it was up to the chat, Aaron, who do you think took this?
Well, obviously me, but they do kind of like John a little bit. Mike TV Dub says, winner, winner, wolf's milk dinner. Look at that. Look at that. Very nice. Look at the detail on that. Well, good work, John. Very impressive.
Thanks.
Atomic Blast for $10. No. You can auction that. John, can you draw a clay face? David, do you accept commissions? Says Atomic Blast for $10.
Yes,
I
do.
can draw anything.
Nothing can stop John. Let's see. Cheapo Comics says all of you rock.
In their
Oh.
chairs because they're old.
Look at Katie. Here comes Katie. So badass, John. How about me, Katie? What do you think mine is? Jeez.
I think that the chat should chip in and send Aaron a T-shirt that says, "How about me, Katie?"
Yes, but
Wait, did I get a compliment from Katie? Have,
Well,
have I fallen from favor?
we don't care about you, Dan. You know that.
Shit.
Tremendous effort by everybody involved, and John, thank you for bringing the thunder, man. Pastor Flash says John's a clear winner.
Right.
Wait, Katie's yelling. I did compliment you, Dan. Look at that.
Oh, good.
She's losing it, man. She is pissed. She can't take anymore.
I'm just making sure.
Victor says, how much for a Gary Martin inked with brush Maxx? You guys, you can contact.
Are you asking Aaron that? Or are you
No,
asking?
it was just in the chat. I mean, you guys can contact any of us about, commissions or, buying originals, all that kind of stuff. So there you go. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for today. We're almost 4 o'clock. I want to thank our special guest, Jon Malin, who kicked butt today and really brought the heat, which we
Go buy
appreciate
some.
on this
Hey,
show.
go look at that Godlike.
That's right. There's
Godlike is awesome.
There's a link in the description of the video here. They'll take you right to Jon Malin's Godlike 2.
First issue was incredible. The second one, I
saga.
can imagine, would be something else.
We do it. We do a what do we call it? Not an involuntary poll, but a
non-voluntary.
That's great.
It's just whatever the chat thinks. I don't get into that poll thing, man. It's not a competition unless here we go. Katie did for 2. Aaron, your drawing is fantastic. Very proud of you. Thank you, Katie. See, now I feel like a winner. Anyway, you guys, thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Jon, our special guest, for coming out and kicking butt. We appreciate it very much.
My pleasure to be on a episode of GRAYBEARD'S.
Isn't that great?
It's our pleasure having you. We're hoping
hanging out with all us guys.
Hoping to bring you over to the dark side here. I want to thank everybody in the chat for participating. Thank you for all the super chats, guys. We couldn't do it without you. Please hit the like and subscribe. Have a great and safe Halloween, and we will see you next week right here on GRAYBEARD'S Studio. Good night, everybody.